Today, I am reporting this news that shook me to the bones. You probably ask why. Because an African brother was a culprit, and also because it happened in Scotland, in this our Edinburgh. A very, very chilling case out of Edinburgh, like I said, where a man used a wrestling style move to overpower his victim. This is a story of innocent Megbolu. Well, not so innocent by the look of things, and how justice was served. Yes, as we all know, Edinburgh, a city known for its beautiful historic building, history, its beauty, and tragically for the violence that sometimes hides behind closed doors. Let me break down what happened to you, okay? And what every man should understand about boundaries, consent. I keep saying this, consent, and also respect is very, very important. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Wemimo, as always, and also known as That Mom of 5, and also known as TMO5 Can Do Co. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. And guys, there's a charity that is very, very important to me. We all know it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so please, I'm going to leave the flyer for the charity here. Please go support my sister who is in charge of this charity base. All right. So today's story is about a case from Scotland that actually grabbed international headlines. Yes, it did. A Nigerian man, Innocent Megbolu, was sentenced to a prison after using a wrestling style move to overpower a woman. Yes, to overpower a woman. So I am not here to sensationalize the crime. No, I am here to talk about choices, consequences, and cultural attitudes that can destroy lives. Yes, when people don't understand or respect consent. It's not that difficult. Consent. Many African men, especially in the diaspora, need to hear this. Open your ear. Come. Oh. No matter your background, your strength, or what you think is normal from where you come from, the law is the same everywhere. Consent is not negotiable, and no form of force can ever justify your actions, because some of you, honestly, I'm short of words. Anyway, this 37-year-old man, Innocent Megbolu, visited a woman's home in Leeds. According to court testimony, he employed a wrestling, I don't know, maybe he's into wrestling or not. He employed a wrestling style restraint to pin down his victim. The woman testified that she tried to resist him, but was unable to stop the assault. Innocent Megbolu denied the charges, claiming consent was sought. If consent was given, why use a wrestling style approach? And even if you don't put the tip inside, if you say no, you have to stop. The case got stuck on the question of whether what happened was forced or accepted. Prosecutors argued that using a wrestling hold to restrain someone crosses a clear boundary. And I'm sure you're going to agree with me. It becomes an assault by force. Anyway, the case went on to trial and a verdict was reached. So, while at the trial, the defense maintained that the encounter was consensual. So why the wrestling style? But medical evidence, witness testimony, and the severity of the restraint persuaded the court otherwise. And I'm super happy to read that part. The judge found Innocent Megbolu guilty of rape. He was sentenced to a substantial prison term and placed on the sex offenders register, as it should be. As it should be. Now, what are the legal and social implications of this case? This case underscores how violence, even when masked by physical technique, cannot replace consent. It's the truth. The law is clear. Any force used to gain control invalidates consent. You might not know that, but I've said it now. Victim support groups also praise the verdict that was given, okay? Seeing it as a warning. Assault cannot be excused by skill or surprise. Other people see it as a step forward, toward protection for survivors. But come on, How do our African Nigerian counterparts see this case? I saw a comment saying that the government, either the government in Nigeria or the government here, should organize like a class or a session or something to warn or educate African men of what they can or cannot do when they travel abroad, especially with women. Is that a thing? Let me know what your thoughts are in regards to that suggestion in the comment section, because I'm like, your cucumber, your brain is working with it. Why don't you work? Let's work together. Anyway, a legal analyst also stressed that perpetrators may try to camouflage force as intimacy or sport. You know how they do all this? The court must look beyond surface appearances to the nature of control and resistance. You know, I know there are different Rishi bedmatic activities, but this one is different, okay? So what was the aftermath of this case of Innocent? Megbolu now serves time. Yes, it's going to be serving time. The woman who survived this attack, though she's been scarred forever, however, she found a voice in the courtroom. Her courage brought a conviction. And it is a stark reminder, yes, stark reminder, no matter how it's carried out, non-consensual acts are violent acts. Open your ears, oh. And justice demands we call them by their name. Innocent Megbolu is not innocent. This story isn't just about one man in Edinburgh. It's a warning, yes, a warning to anyone who thinks power makes them untouchable. In diaspora, where there is law, you are joking. For some African men living abroad, cultural misunderstandings or macho attitudes can lead to tragic outcomes. But remember, what might seem like confidence or control in one culture can be criminal in another, just as it is in this case. Respect is universal. If you are in a relationship, either with a man or a woman, or even just meeting someone, communication and consent must always be sought first, because one bad decision doesn't just ruin your life, it destroys somebody else's. And I've always said it, even if the tip is inside and the woman says stop, you have to stop. Anyway, this is where I'm going to drop the plug. If you've watched till now, if you've not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting? Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment for more real stories with real lessons, and share this video so someone else might think twice before crossing the line. Or when the woman say, yes, the tip there inside, but I want me to come out them. You have to comment it, even if that consent has been sought. If the tip is in, she says no, you stop. I'll see you in another video. All right? Bye.